Everything has a master, the Sayyid. And Gausul Azam Shah Abdulkerim Gilani, Qadr Sir, is speaking about that reality, saying the Sayyid of the towns is Mecca. The Sayyid of the valleys is the holy masjid of Quds. The Sayyid of the days is Jummah. The Sayyid of the nights is Laylatul Qadr. The Sayyid of the books is the Quran Kareem. The Sayyid of the Quran is Surah Al-Baqarah. The Sayyid of Surah Al-Baqarah is Ayatul Kursi. The Sayyid of the stones is Hajar Aswad. The Sayyid of the wells is Zamzam. The Sayyid of the cane is the cane of Musa alayhi salam. The Sayyid of the fishes is the one that carried Yunus alayhi salam in his belly. The Sayyid of the she-camels is the she-camel of Salih alayhi salam. The Sayyid of the horses is Al-Burak. The Sayyid of the seal rings is the seal of Sulaiman alayhi salam. The Sayyid of the months is Shahru Ramadan. Ya ayyuhal mu'minun, O believers. These are days that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has gifted to His Habib ﷺ as a means to bring His nation, the Ummah Muhammad, back to purity and back to the pleasure of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. These days and nights are precious gifts, and if we lose them, they are not coming back to us. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is calling out to us and reaching out to us in these days and nights. How terrible will it be for the servant to not respond to his Lord's call. And in these nights, the Holy Prophet ﷺ and his Sahabi and the Awliyaullah, they are saying that very heavily Laylatul Qadr, the night of power, is hidden in these nights. The Holy Prophet ﷺ is warning us not to be in ghaflat and ignorance about looking for this night. He ﷺ said in a hadith narrated by Hazrat Anas ibn Malik radiallahu an, Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim, this month of Ramadan has come to you, and in it there is a night that is better than 1,000 months. Whoever is cut off from it is cut off from all goodness, and no one is cut off from his goodness except one who is truly cut off. This is a heavy warning from our Holy Prophet ﷺ, and the believer is the one who takes the warnings. Our Shaykh, SahibulSaif, Shaykh Abdulkerim Kibrisi Rabbani, who is giving us the prophetic good news and warnings, is also warning us about taking Laylatul Qadr lightly. Holy Prophet ﷺ was worrying, looking at the previous nations who had long lives and spent their whole lives in ibadat, and knowing his nation's age is 60 to 70 years, and he was worrying. And the Sahabis were also sad and worrying about it. And Jibreel alayhi salam came and said, Ya Muhammad alayhi salam, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is blessing you and your nation with one night that He has not given any other nation. That is Laylatul Qadr, the night of power. Anyone who keeps that night properly will be rewarded with more than 80 years of worship's reward. Look at the mercy that Allah is sending to you, O Muslims, O sleeping Muslims. Look at this month and what Allah is giving to you during that night. Imagine what will happen if you keep it for 20 years of your life. Where are the people to think? No thinking anymore. Empty. They say, I'm busy working with my business. Then may it be bankrupt. Lose your job. You are leaving Allah's way. Allah is preparing, giving something special to you, to this ummah, and you are not taking care of it. You must lose everything. Yes. These are the words of the friends of Allah. And He is raising His voice at us to wake us up and saying, your Lord is trying to save you. Your Lord is trying to show mercy to you. Your Lord is trying to forgive you. Your Lord is trying to free you from the fire you have made to your own self. O heedless mankind, why are you not waking up? Your Lord has prepared a banquet for you. Why are you not attending? It is a dishonor for a man to not accept the invitation of a sultan? What about for men who reject the invitation of the King of Kings, Malikul Mulk, Allah Jalla wa Ala? What is Laylatul Qadr? What is happening in Laylatul Qadr? Allah is Rahman, Allah is Rahim, and Allah is Karim. O nation, O Muslims, O believers, this is our Lord, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. This is what He has prepared for us in this holy night of Qadr. And for those whose sake and for whose sake are we receiving these blessings? Is it for us? No. We are the Ummati Muhammad alayhi wasalam. All of this is for that beloved one of Allah, the Holy Prophet alayhi wasalam. All of this is because of Sayyidina al-Awwalil wal-Akhirin. All of this is for the Emperor and the Padishah of the two worlds. Without our relation to him, without our being his Ummat, there is no Ramadan for us. There is no Qadr for us. There is no mercy for us. There is no forgiveness for us. There is no freedom from fire for us. And look what the angels are saying. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is forgiving the unrighteous ones, the disobedient ones, the rebellious, arrogant, stubborn ones. Why? Is He accepting their forgiveness directly? No. Look at the conversation of the troops, of the angels. We are forgiven because the righteous ones are interceding on the unrighteous' behalf. If we find Laylatul Qadr and we find safety in Laylatul Qadr, it is through the hands of Allah's beloveds, not of ourselves. Sultan al-Awliya Shaykh Maulana Muhammad Nazim Hakkani Karazasir is speaking clearly and plainly about the beauty of this night, saying, may Allah forgive us because we are sinners. Every few minutes or even every few seconds we commit so many sins. So we are asking for our Lord's forgiveness for the honor of His most praised servant Sayyidina Muhammad alayhi wasalam. This holiest of nights is granted to him from his Lord, Almighty Allah. In it all powers adorn Him, all lights illuminate Him, and all angels come to Him. The Archangel Jibreel alayhi salam comes to Him alayhi wasalam, and He is dressed with countless honors on this holy night. The angels ask forgiveness from Allah for the people, for the sake of the Master of humanity, Sayyid al-Bashar, from the owner of creation, Rabbil Kainat. O believers, don't be cut off from Laylatul Qadr. Run to find this night. Leave your sleep a little bit. Leave your comforts a little bit. Leave your routine, egoistic, shaitanic habits that already has no taste a little bit. Wake up, stay awake, and run after the mercy of our Lord. We are all in need of His mercy, especially in these days. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has invited us to Laylatul Qadr for the sake of His beloved one. And the saints of Allah, the awliya Allah, are standing up all night asking for us, praying for us, giving shafa'at for us. How shameful if we are found in ghaflat or in disobedience or in rebellion in these nights. That night, we must look for it tonight and every night until the Ramadan ends. Our hearts are beating now. We have the breath of life now. We should not waste our time. Ramadan came and we said, Hoş geldin to it. It is now leaving. We are saying Al-Wada. We should run while we have a chance so that we may say goodbye to it with honor and with dignity. We must run to ask our Lord for His mercy, for His forgiveness, for freedom from the fire. These last few days of Ramadan, we should show proper honor to the Sultan that is leaving.